Hello grade 9s, I'm just recording activity 36 as well. Okay, so what you will get is, this is basically your trial balance, but they didn't give you the debits and the credits because they expect you to know, or they expect you to know where to put it. Okay, so if there's a missing figure, you'll have to work it out within the balance sheet or income statement. Okay, so when they give it to you like this, with the activity 35, you have to have the debit and the credit side of the trial balance. You must make sure that it balances and has the same balance before you start doing your income statement and balance sheet. When you're doing it this way, when you only have the one column here, you will only, I'll show you at the end how to get to that missing figure. Okay, right, so first step for activity 36 is just an overview, and what I will do as a first step is to just classify all of these into balance sheet or income statement accounts, so that I know I'm going to take it to the statement of comprehensive income, which is the income statement, or I'm going to take it to the balance sheet, which is a statement of financial position. Okay. Okay. So, firstly, capital is going to the balance sheet. We're going to take it to that note in the balance sheet. Advertisements is an expense, so it's going to go to the income statement. Debtors control, land and buildings, and trading inventory, they are all assets. We'll go and have a look where we put it within the balance sheet. Okay. Rent income is an income. It will go to the income statement. Petty cash, asset, will go to the balance sheet. Okay. So all of these will go to the balance sheet. That asset will go to the balance sheet as well. Liabilities will go to the balance sheet. Expenses, cost of sales, will go to the income statement. And then wages will be an expense to the income statement. Drawings, don't put that under the income statement. That must go to the balance sheet in the owner's equity note. Okay, bank will go to, bank can either be an asset or a liability. Normally it's an asset, but if it's a bank overdraft, it's going to be a liability. So we will look at that. So it can be an asset or a liability. So we're not sure at this stage because it's the balancing figure. Petrol, expense income statement. Interest on bank overdraft will be an expense in the income statement. So every time you will have interest, it must be on something. And in this case, if it's on an overdraft, which is a liability, then the interest on bank overdraft will be an expense because liabilities create expenses. Interest on a fixed deposit will be an income, which also goes to the income statement. Reason for that is, if it's an interest on an asset, it will create an income. Salaries, stationery, telephone will all be expenses and go to the income statement. Equipment will be an asset, will go to the balance sheet. Fixed deposit will go to the balance sheet as well. Sales, income will go to the income statement. Insurance expense to the income statement. Vehicles, assets to the balance sheet. Water, electricity, income expense go to the income statement. And cash float will be an asset and go to the balance sheet. Okay, so that's the overview for activity 36.